Eastern Freljord. We had to escape the city before sunrise. I couldn't risk the Frostguard discovering that Val and I had seen the secrets they tried to keep from us. Val distracted the guards while I opened the main gate and slipped away. I knew the risks of venturing back into the Freljord. It's a long way to Demacia, and there aren't any landmarks to guide me so far north. Every glacier looks the same, especially in the dark of night. A few hours after leaving the city, I sensed something following us. Val scouted from above. Even through the snow, we could see something following our trail. We quickened our pace. Yet Val cried a warning that our pursuer was gaining ground. The night grew darker and the snow grew colder around me. Shadows moved across the faces of the glaciers as if something had come alive within them. We couldn't escape. Fearing for our lives, I moved off the trail and gave my journal to Valor. If I died in the Freljord, my reports had to get back to Jarvan. He flew ahead while I flanked our pursuer. A shape emerged from the darkness. A tall, slender figure floating over the ice. There was something faintly human about her, but it was clear she wasn't human at all. She remained deathly still as she silently glided towards me. Beneath her, wicked shards of unnatural black ice leapt from the ground. The cold I felt in her presence nearly stopped my heart. I've never felt such dread. She slowed and hesitated when she came near my hiding place. Did she see me? I can't be certain. She finally turned away and disappeared into the night. The shadows in the ice vanished with her. Did she spare me? Val is safe. He had circled above the whole time. Part of me thinks he would have fought to the death instead of taking the report back to Demacia. Stubborn bird. My hands are still shaking as I write this, and it isn't from the cold. The Ice Witch is more than a story to scare children. I've seen enough here, and once we're further south, I'll write up my final report. It's time to go home. Southern Freljord. We're finally heading home. It's been a long journey, and I'll be happy to see Demacia again. I've begun preparing my report for Jarvan on the state of tensions in the Freljord. I believe he'll be surprised with the results. There is much more to the Freljord than Demacia assumed. The threat of war is very real. Ash has a strong vision, but not all of the Freljord's tribes are willing to unify under her leadership. Some have left her to ally with Sejuani, a warrior whose ferocity and strength are legendary in this land. I can't prove it, but Lysandra may be a third force to consider. The Frostguard are mysterious and isolated, and they clearly have their own agenda. A united Freljord led by Sejuani or Lysandra could pose a true threat to Demacia. Perhaps all of Valoran. What happens next might be the spark that lights the fire of war. Knowing what I've learned, I think it's safe to say that we will be watching.